What is going on YouTube? STIPE here today, and today I'm here with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about a topic that I kind of contemplated many times, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, and I'm kind of surprised I never did this video earlier because I know it's definitely a topic that a lot of people have thought of. And the topic is what you should buy. I mean, should you buy Hellcat Challenger or Charger, or should you buy a SRT Grand Cherokee? So if you're familiar with the Chrysler product, as you probably are and you're watching this video, you know that they're generally around the same price. Now, the benefit to getting a Hellcat is that you get a little bit more of a flashier vehicle with the Challenger and Charger, plus you also get that 707 horsepower. As opposed to the SRT Grand Cherokee, you are getting 475 horsepower, but you're getting a daily drivable SUV. Now, I'm not saying you cannot daily drive a Charger or Challenger. It's just a little bit harder if you are living in somewhere like I am here up in the beautiful North Canada, where it's been snowing constantly and freezing rain. It's a little bit tough to live in these kinds of places when the weather is like this and in times like this. So now, if you are blessed enough and you can own both, then God bless you. And if you are, then you don't really need to watch this video. But if you are maybe contemplating right now on having a second vehicle and you're trying to decide on which one to go with, I hope this video can help you out. Now, if you are trying to figure out which, you need a nice daily driver and you really want that Challenger and Charger, but you're kind of nervous because you do live in places where it's not very daily drivable or it's not very weather friendly, then this is also a good video for you, because I can kind of maybe shine some light on that whole topic. But before we get into the video, I want you guys to make sure you do subscribe to the channel. I'm going to actually put a quick video at the end of this video of a Stingray Grand Cherokee, and I want to know what you guys think of that color. I really like it a lot. I've talked about the Rhino. It looks good, and I'll put that clip in at the end of this video so you guys can see that. But for now, let's get right into this video. Alright, so starting off with the Challenger and Charger here, and we're talking about the Hellcats in specific, but the Challenger and Charger do have a little bit of significant differences. Now, yes, they are based off of the same platform. However, one is a two-door, one is a four-door. And as far as if you are daily driving this and you do have kids, the Charger will obviously be much more convenient. Beauty of the Charger is the four doors. And I find also that in the winter, it is a little bit more drivable when it comes to snowy conditions. Now, that would be probably more than likely because of the longer wheelbase. It just makes it a little bit more accommodating for snow driving, ice driving, and rain driving. Now, the Challenger as well comes where it has an advantage is, one, it's a two-door coupe, which technically is a little bit more cooler to most people's eyes, and it looks a tad bit more old school, which is a huge benefit for people who are looking for that old school look, and it looks pretty aggressive and mean. Now, so does the Charger. However, you don't get a 6-speed manual transmission option in the Charger, as opposed to in both the Challenger and Charger. You can get a 8-speed automatic transmission, which is standard. However, you can actually option for, in Canada, I think it's about $1,000. You can get the 6-speed Tramac transmission, which is a phenomenal manual transmission. They use it in the Mustangs and the Camaros, and I think they use it in the Vipers. They use it in the Corvettes as well. So very well rated transmission, in my opinion. So does that ZF 8-speed tranny as well. Now, that's completely your opinion. Now, if you're driving every day, you're probably going to want to go with an automatic. It's just common sense. Now, I'm not saying you can't daily drive a 6-speed manual. You definitely can. However, you do lose things like fuel mileage as well when you're looking at that. And the reason why I bring up fuel mileage, people are going to go, I know there's going to be people who comment on this video that fuel mileage doesn't matter. It really doesn't if you're looking at these vehicles. However, if you are daily driving them, you are considering it somewhat. No matter what anybody comments or what anybody says, you're definitely considering it. But you have to understand that buying these vehicles, they're not going to be good on fuel. That's the first thing I'm going to say. If you are even considering the fuel mileage as one of your top 3 categories in this conversation, then you should stop looking at these SRT products. I'm just throwing that out there because they're not that great, especially when you're talking about the 6.2 liter Hemi with the supercharged engine, which is what you would get in the Challenger and Charger Hellcats, because you don't get MDS system, which is a 4-cylinder shut-off system that you would get in an SRT Grand Cherokee. However, a SRT Grand Cherokee is a bit heavier, so you end up getting about the same gas mileage between the two. So that's my topic on gas mileage. The Grand Cherokee I'm going to focus on now here a little bit. The Grand Cherokee is beautiful because for putting passengers in it when you got to load up, it's a very family-friendly vehicle. Now, the Grand Cherokee for a long time was always considered a off-road vehicle. It was the bigger version of the Cherokee. Now, what they've done is obviously now you have a performance SUV that used to be a off-road SUV, and it still is somewhat, but I mean the SRT is completely different fascias, completely different motor, not totally different drivetrain, but as far as the suspension goes, brakes goes, there's quite a bit of differences there. Now, as far as maintenance costs go, they're about the same on both. The beauty of the Grand Cherokee, however, is it is a bit safer though all year round. I mean, you have an all-wheel drive system. You throw winter tires on either, or the Grand Cherokee is absolutely incredible in snow. And again, it's a Jeep, so it's still going to be decent in snow. Now, the problem with the Grand Cherokees from the other one, the SRT Grand Cherokee from the other Grand Cherokees is, yes, it sits a little bit lower, but that would be because it's a performance SUV. Compared to other performance SUVs in its class, it actually sits pretty on average from what everything else it compares to. You want to know kind of what the decision is on what is the better vehicle to go with. So in my opinion, if you're daily driving it and you live somewhere like here in Canada, I had a Scat Pack Charger myself, and I was going to actually daily drive it in the winter. I was pretty confident in myself. I've driven rear wheel drive pickup trucks many times in the winter, and with good winter tires, and I've never really had a huge issue. However, the thing was, I work at a dealership. A deal came up with that. It was hard for me to resist, and I sold it to a customer who was looking for a used SRT Charger. However, we didn't have one, and I said, well, how much would you be looking to give me for my Scat Pack? It made sense. The gentleman bought it, and now he gladly owns that, and I actually use that money towards my Ram that I have now. Anyways, that was my quick spiel on that part of why I got rid of my Scat Pack. But I was considering driving it in the snow. It is drivable in the snow. Now, you have to be very careful. And I find that a lot of people, if you're not experienced with a rear-wheel drive car and you've always driven an all-wheel drive car or a front-wheel drive car, it's completely different from rear. It's a lot easier to drive in the snow if it's front-wheel drive, and obviously if it's all-wheel drive. If you are used to front-wheel or all-wheel drive, I do not recommend you daily drive a Hellcat, Challenger, or Charger. I don't recommend that at all. Go for the Grand Cherokee 100%, just because there is an experience factor that comes into that. A lot of people who do daily drive those cars, they're used to it. They're used to the little bit of fishtailing. You know, you could be cruising 60, and all of a sudden you feel a little bit of a jitter from the back end. You have to know how to react to those things, but you have to be very calm in those situations as well, because I find a lot of our customers, we do find that they do wreck these cars because they aren't calm when the situation happens, in that the fact that they've broken traction at the rear, and a lot of people, you'd be surprised, cannot recover those vehicles. Now, in some situations, there's nothing you can do. You hit a patch of ice and the car just spins you 360, then what are you going to do? You can't do much about that. That could happen even with the Grand Cherokee. That could happen with just about any vehicle. Now, that's kind of my opinion as far as the Challenger and Chargers go. Yes, you can drive them. Don't highly recommend it. Obviously, if you're daily driving it, go totally for that SRT Grand Cherokee. As far as reliability goes, now on these vehicles, typically the 392 motor is a tad bit more reliable, just because we have found that there are a bit more problems that come with that supercharged 6.2 liter Hemi. A few differences. Now, they have had quite a few recalls that have improved those 6.2 liter Hemis. However, I wouldn't say that they are nearly as reliable as that 392 is. I've actually talked to customers of both, and I find that, yes, typically people who do own the Challengers and Charger Hellcats have a few more problems than the ones who have the 392 motor in those Challenger and Chargers, or in the Grand Cherokees. If you are considering a Trackhawk, it's at a different level of price. Maybe I'll do a Trackhawk versus Red Eye video, so maybe you guys can decide on that. But that's my video for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to put that Destroyer Gray video right now. But thank you for watching, and I'll be back with more videos. Grand Cherokee. I just wanted to show you guys this color quickly here. I really do like the Sting Gray. A lot of people kind of, I did a video on the Rhino and I said how it was my favorite color. The Sting Gray is right there. It's very similar, just the Rhino has a little bit more of a bluish tinge as opposed to the Sting Gray does not. But this color looks really nice with the black accents. I even said on the Rubicon, and it's probably one of my favorite colors that you can get. And I just wanted to show this car here quickly for you guys. So let me know what you guys think of this Sting Gray. Just want to put this as a quick clip in this video so you guys could see and tell me what you guys thought of it.